What's going on, everybody? Triple Crown 24 back on a Wednesday. I'm actually recording this on Sunday, but I'm going to schedule the upload for later in the week. And that's because I had a little impromptu card show set up over the weekend. So Saturday night rolls around and I'm trying to plan out my next weekend to possibly set up at a show because I purchased a really nice lot that will, fingers crossed, be here today when you're watching this video. But I was looking to start moving some stuff just because I have a really solid inventory built up. And lo and behold, while I was researching for the next weekend, I found a show about a half hour away from me that apparently goes on monthly. This was the last one that they're having this year, and I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and jump on it. So it was $25 a table. DM'd the group owner last night on Facebook, or the page admin for the card show, and they said, yeah, sure, come on down. And really friendly guys. Really easy setup, just pleasure to deal with all around. The dealers there were all super cool. I haven't had any bad experiences so far setting up. Everyone who I've met is really awesome and very friendly to both not only myself but fellow dealers and the people who buy the cards as well. So I made some pretty good deals selling stuff. I've met my goal again, 2 for 2 on doing that, and then I made some purchases. So I'm going to show you what I got for my inventory and for my collection. I jumped the gun a little bit there. Let me show you my one PC pickup today. This one's not going anywhere besides into the Cabrera box, but this is a 1984 style relic from this year's Series 2. Saw this in someone's showcase right away, and I just said, I'm going to take that Cabrera if you don't mind. So that card did not last very long on the display. I made sure to swipe that one before the show started. That was really the only Cabrera that I came across the entire time, which was kind of odd. Definitely a change of pace from last time. I can tell that I was not in Michigan. So did make a trade. I made 2 trades, as a matter of fact. One I'll tell you about in a little bit because it involves cash and cards. But this one I traded away a 2018 Chrome Update Soroka rookie debut, which a lot of people are down on the rookie debut cards unless it's a real big player, and I can understand it. So I decided that I saw this card and I asked him, would you do this 1 for 1 for the Soroka debut? And he said, sure. So the young man brought this over to me, and it's really cool. Teal Velocity Eugenio Suarez, number 35 of 35. Ironically enough, that's what my Cabrera in my collection is, number 2. So I figured I could at least get a couple bucks for this card at some point down the road. And I love Prism, and Suarez is a former Tiger. Let's not talk about it. But I know that worst case scenario, I'll hold on to that one because I think very highly of him. I think he's a fantastic player. So then moving into the stuff I actually bought, this is, besides the trade later on, this is a box of Chrome Update minus the autograph that was pulled from it, which was John Duplantier, that was purchased by someone who was just attending the show looking to buy stuff. Really cool guy who's apparently well known in the area. I'll freeze here on some of the bigger cards that were in the box, but he offered this to me. It started off with him asking if I was interested in any of the cards individually, and I picked out a couple, and he said, how about 3 for $1? Any of the cards you want? I said, any of them, because I was about to scoop up this bad boy right here if that's what he was offering. And he said, why don't you just take the whole stack for $10? So to me, that was a no-brainer, so I jumped on that for $10. I have the Vladdies that I have in my showcase priced at $8 each, so that to me right away clicked in my head, and I knew that was worth it. The card that I was really interested in, I love this Tony Gwynn, by the way, is actually the last card here because I was looking at it for my buddy Eric, Oakland A's 915, and of course this one too. But this Mark McGwire, greatest players, 150 years from Chrome Update set. I figured he would like that one, but ended up getting all of those for $10. So it worked out a lot better than I anticipated. So I purchased these for roughly $15 a pop, and these kind of go into my strategy of purchasing cards that, number one, will look nice in a showcase and to fill up space in the showcase, because right now that's kind of an issue. Once I start selling stuff during the show, I start to have some empty space, and I want to make sure I maximize my space when I go. So getting cards that I would not mind holding on to, and then stuff that looks nice and stuff that, if I move it, I move it. If I don't, I don't. So player that always fits the billing for that is Francisco Lindor. This is a triple relic autograph from Museum 2017. Big fan of Lindor. So this one is one that I will definitely keep in the back pocket. Will probably be beneficial when I make a venture up to the Cleveland area to set up. Don't know when that will be, but I imagine sometime here this off season I'll probably do a few shows in Cleveland. So that's one I will hold on to. And then the next two are actually cut signatures of Hall of Famers. So I have a Gary Carter. These are from 2016 NT. I don't have an autograph of either of these guys in my collection, and for the price I got them at, I couldn't go wrong with it. I know that cut signatures don't command a premium, but to me, people complain about stickers and because all they did was touch the sticker. Here, I mean, this was like a piece of a check that he signed, so he actually held this check at some point in his hand, where a sticker, it's just kind of signing a sheet. So I think they're actually a little bit cooler than stickers, but I know there's a difference of opinion. Regardless, it's a cool card. It looks nice in a showcase, and it looks nice in my collection as well. Worst case scenario, right? Same with this one right here. Shout out to Bob Lewis. Ralph Kiner, souvenir cuts, same product, same insert set. This one's numbered to 49. It was numbered to 25 on Carter, but just a really clean signature on both of them. The pen is pretty nice. This one's a little bit more faded than the other one, but just awesome signature of Ralph Kiner. So two Hall of Famers I actually didn't have an autograph of now into the collection for now, which was really sweet. And then the guy who was set up next to me had a card I was interested in. He had 2 copies of it. I've always wanted one of these, and I finally decided today was the day. I will probably end up submitting this one to PSA. It looks pretty sharp. I'm pretty sure it will gem. If not, I'm okay with a 9. But Arenado is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, non-Tigers players in the game today. So finally had a chance to pick up one of his rookie cards for a pretty good price. So couldn't go wrong with that. So this will be off to PSA at some point in time. Might actually join one of these next cards here. So the final 2 cards I'll show you was part of a cash trade, and I'll move Mr. Michael Trout off to the side here. So I got this Planet Metal from 99 Metal Universe Jeter, and it's in fantastic shape too. Some of these can be very condition sensitive. That's going to be the case with any die cut card. Any of the scratches you see are just on the top loader, but I might actually end up submitting this one to PSA as well, just because it's a fantastic card. It looks really great, and some of the ones I've seen slab before look really nice too. So a 10 in this card. I think one sold for $200, which is one of the big appeals to me. But any Jeter stuff, I imagine, is going to get kind of insane in the membrane here come January once he's inducted, what I imagine will be unanimously after Mo got inducted 100%. And then I took the advice of those back pages, Eric, my mentor in the hobby, one of my many mentors, but I got the Vlad Jr. no number from Series 2. So I got those 2 cards plus $140 cash for my Nick Senzel Gold Shimmer and the Pete Alonso card that you saw in my last video. So it's actually worked out pretty well because the guy collects Alonso. It's a PC player for him. He wanted to get the Senzel from me to move, and a lot of people there were asking about my Reds cards to move, but it's in Reds territory. So I know that someone will get them eventually. I'm setting up at a really big show here at the end of November, so it really wouldn't make sense for me to move them at cost when I could move them for more, which is what they were trying to do a little bit later on. But a lot of people were bummed out they missed out on my Senzel. I can't blame him. It's a really nice card, and he was the most popular player by far that people asked me about at the show. So yeah, I moved those 2 cards, which he was trying to get me to sell them for $150. I didn't really have a problem with that price, but I thought I could definitely get more for it, and I had people who had offered me more. So I said, this is what I've been offered. I will give it to you for this since you PC Alonso. So he told me, is there anything you'd want to trade for? So I thought that I would only get one of these two, but I figured I would just start as a asking point of asking for both. And he said yes, so I was very happy with that. I was not expecting him to say yes on that deal, but it worked out for both sides. This one, I'm not going to grade. It's got just a very small white spot in the corner, which is pretty common in this year's Topps flagship and then update as well. But it's a nice card to have. It's one that I'm just going to hold on to for now. It's not going to be in the showcase at all. It's kind of going in the investment pile with this card right here. So very stoked about that. I still walked away with the cash for the show to help me work towards my goal, because otherwise I would have fallen way short of it. I moved two pretty nice cards from the showcase, and that was my first successful flip on the Nick Senzel. And I was able to keep some inventory as well. So these won't come to me or come with me on the next show. They'll be, this one's kind of going in the vault. This one's going off to PSA, but little things that will probably come in handy in the future. So that was my recap today. Really appreciate you guys checking out the video. I'll have a little clip here of what the show looked like at the end, just so you can see it. It's only like 15 seconds long, but you can at least see what the show looked like. So thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Don't really have any questions to ask here, so I'm just going to go ahead and end the video now. But talk to you guys later. Have a good one.